What's up, you guys? Today I want to talk about some of the ongoing censorship in video games that's going on. If you haven't heard already, Steam and itch.io have taken down many not safe for work video games listed on there, pretty much due to Mastercard and Visa card of all people. They've essentially been forced into this position because Mastercard and Visa card have essentially made a stand and said, hey, if you allow these games to be purchased on your store, we're going to stop doing business with you. Now, of course, like Steam and itch.io, they could have had balls and just fought against it, kind of like what GOG is doing. GOG is actually giving away like 20 of these games for free. That's probably over. They did it for like 36 hours. And, but if Steam and itch.io continue to sell the games, then MasterCard and Visa card will cease doing business with them. And as you can imagine, if you can't use a credit card on Steam, they're probably going to lose a lot of money and a lot of business doing that. And so, that really brings up a big concern. I mean, it's one thing. I don't even know if it's one thing, like depending on what the game contains, if it's just not safe for work, maybe if there's some like really bad content. I haven't looked into any of these games in particular. I'm not big into the not safe for work genre, but I think some of these games are just kind of like your normal not safe for work games, let's say. If those are getting taken down because of payment processors, this just really seems like a dark time and a dark Trojan horse that's starting. That's like, once some company has an opinion on what is not okay, where do you draw the line? I mean, I'm a huge fan of Stellar Blade. This game, I feel like, gets a bad rep. It feels weird talking about how much I love this game sometimes. The combat's great. I love the combat. I love the world. I love the Matrix style world. But the character may be raunchy. I mean, she's beautiful and you can customize her, and there's some outfits that are a little more than others. And you look at like the Western games, like the new Fable game on Xbox, and that game, the protagonist is like intentionally ugly, and I mean it is, and I don't know what the Western games are like. We need to make characters that are more relatable, and like, I'm an ugly dude. I do not need representation in video games. Please leave me out. Like, I want to look like Cloud Strife. That's what I want to look like. When I'm sitting down for 15, 30, 45 minutes a day playing games, like, I want that escapism. I want to look like a beautiful looking dude, and I want to look at beautiful looking women. That's so wrong. But what happens when someone decides that this is banned, that this is too much, this is now illegal? And that's a push for physical media and physical games where they can't take it away from you. And so, like, you can imagine on a digital only, game key cards for Nintendo Switch, game key discs for Xbox, that like they can remove it from the store, and then you can no longer purchase or download it. And that's why it's very important to have the physical game on the disc. And while that's true, it's also got me thinking, Nintendo Switch 2, they're bricking the consoles if you're playing any ROM games. So if you use like a MIG switch and you download ROMs off the internet, or you play a physical copy of a game that was used to rip and create a ROM, like they have those like IDs for the game cartridges stored somewhere in their servers. Like, they can identify that, and they're bricking the consoles, making it so that you can't use them online. So even with the physical copy of the game, that makes me think for like the PS6, PS7, even if there's new Xboxes or not, I don't know. Definitely for the Switch 2, that like if this game is considered banned, and even if you have the physical copy, like they can see that you're online playing the game, and they can probably brick your console for that too. And so it's super concerning where we're going with this. And I don't even think it's like a government mandated thing right now. Like, this is just Visa card and Mastercard making these decisions. That's just changing the course. Again, if they get away with this, and if it never comes back, and like these games get banned and never get back on the store, it's like, are they going to test their power a little more? Is this game next on a chopping block? I think it's probably like, what about GTA, with age verification on the internet, there's some talk with Spotify and YouTube that there's going to be AI age verification and you won't have to upload your government ID. Well, when do they start doing that for, M-rated games? And you're supposed to be 17 or older to play this game. Like, when are they going to include age verification for that? I was playing M-rated games when I was 10, 11, 12. I can't remember exactly. Playing some Halo 2, a GTA Vice City on PS2, Resident Evil 4 on GameCube. Like, these are some of my best memories. I played M-rated games at a way earlier than 17. All my high school played Halo 3, Gears of War, way before the age of 17. But when are they going to use AI verification or government ID stuff to determine if you're actually who you say you are, regardless of your account information and what your birthday is? They're restricting the buying of the games on the store, and where can that lead? Bricking consoles, making sure you're of age to actually play the game. I don't know. It just feels like this is the first step to this type of this change, and I don't know what's going to come of this. I know like this not safe for work industry is a real driver for a lot of current technology, like video streaming on embedded video on YouTube and streaming like on Twitch. Like, that all kind of started from the not safe for work industry, and they really help push a lot of just the internet in general. It's really fascinating stuff if you think about it. Yeah, like when I see the stuff with the payment processors forcing Steam and these sites to take it down, it really makes me wonder, is someone out there, because the game preservation community, they do crazy stuff. They move heaven and earth to like create emulators and do all this game preservation projects, and it just makes me wonder, is someone going to pop up a new digital store that like accepts crypto? Honestly, like, are people going to use that as a use case for crypto? Because like that kind of makes sense to me. And then I don't know, Steam kind of has a monopoly on the PC gaming front. I know other platforms are trying to make a dent into it, but like Epic Games Store with their Fortnite money, they couldn't do it. GOG, it almost seems like this stunt that they're doing is kind of to help push against Steam and cement their footstep even more as a competitor. But yeah, I mean, maybe they'll accept crypto, and then GOG is already that platform that fills that need. But yeah, it's just really concerning on where can this go? How far can they take this? It's probably not going to be all at once, but you got that real ID stuff with websites and how the internet's about to change. It's probably going to change a lot in the next 5 years. That's going to be really interesting to follow. And yeah, the internet's one thing, but then, don't mess with gamers, man. If you see the news, if you look into the news of the Visa card, Mastercard, lots of gamers are calling and bombarding Visa and Mastercard. Their customer support reps are just getting bombarded, and it's funny. Yeah, don't mess with gamers, man. But that's what's going on right now. They're doing it, and yeah, it's. And that's the same argument with the internet censorship as the not safe for work stuff. So I'm not sure if it's a coincidence that the game or if the gaming thing's just being lumped in with the safe internet stuff. But either way, do this once and that's a Trojan horse. Then they're going to just slowly start expanding, slowly start censoring. And, the tools are there, the bricking the consoles. And then if they get that age verification, the AI age verification for YouTube, that seems like they can easily get implemented in time with games, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy times that we're living in right now, and I don't know. It feels like I don't think it's gonna necessarily get better. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, is there gonna just be a true underground gaming community of people just playing their physical PS5 games on bricked consoles? Because like, I'm sure they can push an update on PS5 that would have bricking abilities, based on what game you play, or if that's just something that's a PS6 only thing, or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you concerned about this? What do you think's the next step going to be? Are you surprised? Yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video. Later.